Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Another great day here in the cabin. Slept like a champ last night. I tell you, I'm really contemplating. Each night I sleep here, it gets a little closer to me doing this that I think I might start living here in the cabin. Or at least I'm going to keep more stuff here. I'm going to sleep here more often and just use the kitchen in the big house. Like I've said, when I get up here, it should be a no-brainer because I'm way more productive up here. I sleep better up here. It's a little bit cooler up here. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna start spending a lot more time up here at the cabin and keep cranking out the videos. And I just started work on the book this morning. I was waiting to get, I had let my Microsoft Office 365 go out, whatever, and I hadn't renewed yet, so I renewed this week. So finally started making some notes and outline, and I'm excited about that. But anyhow, it's funny, I was preparing this video. I had this video title, like I'm always like typing titles down on my notes on my iPhone. Some of them I make a video of, some of them I'm like, and I get toss them. And some of them sit there and I make notes on for a few days. Well, this one I've been making a few notes on the last few days, and I was watching some videos last night, and I watched one of Alyssa's videos, and it's good to know that it's funny, we're on the same wavelength on so many things. I miss her energy down here, but what she was talking about, and this is going to be kind of the topic today, are you just surviving this raw vegan lifestyle, or are you thriving on this raw vegan lifestyle? It seems so many people that I talk to, that write me questions, that I watch or that I interact with, are just getting by. Like they're just, they're just doing enough to get by. They're getting benefits. Quite possibly they've lost weight, could have lost a good amount of weight, probably have more energy, probably have some skin issues that have cleared up. But just question yourself, is this you? But you're just not, you just don't feel it. You're just not getting it like you want to get it. It's not easy for you to do it. It's still a struggle for you to do it. And you feel like, well, you've gotten some results. You're not flourishing like you could be flourishing and running at that higher level. I tell you, once you get a bite of that, once you get just a little taste of that higher level, it's like doing major drugs. You'll do whatever you got to do to stay there. That's why, like, a lot of times you can't explain that stuff to people that haven't gotten there yet because they ain't felt it. It's like, don't go beyond heroin, crystal meth, cocaine, any drug. Just imagine I give you a drug that just, bam, hits you harder than anything ever has. You feel better than you've ever felt. You have more energy. You're going to do whatever you can do to get back there, but if you haven't gotten there yet, you don't know how good it can be. So, surviving versus thriving. And one thing, and that I had it down, and then I just was like, yes, it's good to have things reinforced in my head, and Alyssa was talking about it too. It's like, when you're putting these things into your body, the things that you know you shouldn't be putting, whether depending high fat, the oils, the salts, processed food, whatever. I'm just coming up with examples. Whatever your thing is, or little thing is that just keeps drawing you back in, you're never going to lose the desire. You're never going to lose the desire as long as you keep putting those back in. I think people, and sometimes people, it's almost like they're bargaining with you when you tell them this. It's like, listen, you can eat any of those things you want. I don't have a key to your pantry. I'm not going to chain your refrigerator. You eat what you want, but there's a certain way of eating no matter what you tell yourself, and there's a certain process of getting there that's going to get you there quicker. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. I was bad about that in my younger age. If somebody was trying to teach me or show me something, I had a better way to do it. I tried to put my spin. And it's good to take things to a certain extent and put your spin on it, but I wouldn't listen. I would be stubborn. I would say, like, no, this person who's obviously successful at what they're doing knows what they're doing. I know more than them, and I would try to do something. As I got older, even before I came to this lifestyle, I had kind of gotten that out of my system. I got to where if you're teaching me something that I don't have a skill in, I soak up everything you say and I try to emulate you as much as possible. Well, same thing on the eating. Check out my notes here. Oh, this one I had down too, and just a couple of phrases you've probably heard a number of times. Maybe you've used them yourself. I'm being gentle with myself. I'm taking my time. I'm transitioning slowly. That's largely code for rationalizing, putting bad things into your body, making bad choices. You know, hey, you got to be real with yourself. You don't have to be real with me. You don't have to be real with anybody else in your life. But when you go to that, look in that mirror in the morning and the evening, be real with yourself. And I think you know that that's BS. That's just kind of like, kind of putting off the inevitable. We're just pushing it down the road. We're pushing, well, someday we'll get to this. But in the meantime, we're just going to be nice and kind and gentle. And you do want to be gentle with yourself. You don't want to beat yourself up when you make mistakes in the beginning or whatever. But this whole transitioning, and that's something I actually added because she really stressed that. The whole transitioning thing, and I did a video a while back. The whole transitioning thing is people just aren't quite getting that. That ain't a place for you to park and hang out for a couple of years. You're supposed to be slowly moving through, moving on, transitioning, not being in transition. Always be transitioning. I'll tell you, I believe this 100%, that the only way to successfully get to a point in this lifestyle where you're really thriving and you're really operating at that higher level is to systematically and constantly be moving forward. And that's what goes back to having a plan. When you have that plan, you can always be, you know what you're doing. You're systematically, you're constantly, updating that plan. You can have daily plans, you can have weekly plans, you can have monthly plans. Now, when I talk about that again, like I say, it doesn't have to be like get up at 7:30, eat this, but you've just kind of got a general outline of what you're trying to accomplish in a day, what you're trying to accomplish in a week, what you're trying to accomplish in a month. For instance, maybe you have weekly goals of like, okay, I'm dropping this week. Week 2, dropping this, dropping, but you're constantly dropping until you get to where you want to be. And you're constantly replacing that, crowding that out with good stuff. But, in the end, it's not like so many people. I'm sorry. And we are different. And that's another one too. That's a good way of saying, that's a good thing to say. And it's also too, can be an excuse, but we're all different. Well, we're all different, but we're all kind of human and we somewhat function in a similar manner. So, like I say, a lot of things, like just don't BS yourself. Always know what you're doing. If you're going to eat something bad, fucking go look in that mirror, eye to eye with yourself and say, that was not a good choice, but I ate it. I chose to eat this, but knowingly that it wasn't a good choice. At least further down the road, once you start lying in your head and once you tell a lie so many times, even to yourself, it kind of seems like the truth. So the more times you tell yourself that, it's just going to kind of keep repeating itself. It's just a vicious circle that just keeps on going. So there's 2 ways to do this lifestyle. There's, you can survive, you can do it, you can find a way to do it that's not, what am I trying to say? You can find a way to do it that's not exactly the most clean version, but just know you get different levels of results from how you do this thing. And everybody's at a different place. So that part is true. And everybody doesn't necessarily want the same things. But if you want to get to listen, I just like to try to give away a little bit of what I got. I don't do great explanations on this and that, and I don't do a ton of recipes, but I'm zinging all the time. I've got my energy, I'm happy, I'm healthy. I feel like I'm nice, a good raw vegan, a balanced raw vegan. So anyhow, just want to give you a little bit of what I'm feeling. Hope you guys like this video. If y'all like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll hit that subscribe button below, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. See you guys. Peace.